All right, this is Todd Davis coming to you with Victory by Design, and we're going to discuss a marital communication agreement. 10 minutes and 3 simple steps to deepen trust in your marriage, hope in your future, and joy in your life. So this came from I've been serving married couples since about 2005, helping them learn how to budget, communicate over finances, rebuild trust. This started probably a few years ago when I had one client where the wife reached out to me, and the marriage was in trouble. The wife was on the fence with the marriage. The husband was on the fence with the marriage. And after our conversation, we decided to meet together and see if things can improve. Now, we set the date for our meeting about a weekend, from the time that we talked. The day of our meeting, the young lady called me and said that it's not worth it. They're going to go ahead and get divorced. And I convinced them that if they spent a little time with me and just tried to work through this process, that I could guarantee that they would be able to see some type of improvement if they applied what I taught them. After the session, and we walked through this process and a few other key components of getting in agreement and getting in alignment, they were actually in tears of joy. They never knew that they can communicate that well over finances. They did not know how much that they could improve in just a short period of time. It brought a lot of hope for that day. To this day, they have a very strong marriage. They actually started a business together, which is incredible for any marriage to be able to work together day in, day out. They have expanded their lives and their involvement in the church, and they've also increased their family. They've had another child. So a lot has improved, a lot has changed, a lot has gone better as a result of the process that I created during that time. And over time have actually refined it. So now you have a much improved, much more refined process that I'm getting ready to communicate with you today. So that is kind of the history, the background of where the marital communication agreement came from, and how it got started a few years ago. And we're going to go ahead and get started into how this is going to work for you and what this system is going to be. Like I said, it's about 10 minutes. If you actually walk it out, it's 3 simple steps. So it's not a big time. It's not overly complicated, but it can be extremely impactful. Here we go. All right. So I titled this Us, Me, You. Okay. Us, Me, You. All right. Here we go. So the first step in this process is I want you guys to get some pen, a piece of paper, each, and you're going to be not where you can actually see each other writing, because I do not want you guys to be able to see what you're writing throughout this process. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of a surprise at the end. Okay, the first step is you write at the top, us. Okay, now what is this going to mean? I want you to describe, visualize what your marriage will look like in 80 years from now. 80 years from now. How will your marriage look like? Now you're thinking the best, that you have walked through 80 years of marriage. You're in love. You are communicating effectively with each other. What does that look like? And I want you to describe that. Get in depth, write a whole paragraph, write it out, push it out, tell what that best looks like 80 years from now. All of your communication problems are solved and you're walking out your best case scenario. Okay, so you take a few minutes. Don't talk to each other through this process. Don't show each other your results. Okay, then once you finish up that part, then you go down and make a little space. You go down, and I want you to write 3 bullet points. And these are quick, so not paragraphs. Bullet points on, and this one's titled Me. Okay, me. This is 3 bullet points, 3 short descriptive actions that you will do to help reach that 80-year marriage goal. 3 things that you will do, 3 things that you can improve upon to hit that 80-year goal. Okay? All right, you see where this is going? All right, so where's the you? We're going to skip a little space down. We're going to write down you, and this is for your spouse now. And these are 3 bullet points, the 3 most important things that would help impact your actions that your spouse can take to improve the communication in your marriage so that you can reach that 80-year goal. Okay, now you've done this whole process separately. Now I want you to do is I want you to share. So you take what you've written and you swap papers and you read it. Read what your spouse has written. All right. Now after this part, what you'll find is some of the things will be eye-opening. Some of the things will not be. There'll be things that will be communicated before. But the whole point is you get to see what their vision of what the best looks like, what the vision of what they can do to improve this process, not just you. And also you get to see of what they think that you can do as well. Now to close this off, you unite the 2 visions. You unite them. So now it's a discussion and you talk about what us looks like. So you bring your 2 us's together and you come up with one statement that is now your 80-year communication agreement. How you're going to operate over the next 80 years, what's the best going to look like for you. Then you go down to what you can do. And 3, and then you pick out 3. You talk through 3 action items, the 3 most important things that you can do to help reach this. And then the same goes to your spouse. Okay, now this is an agreement. So what we're going to do at the bottom is we're actually going to sign it. Sign it at the bottom. Date it. And now you have a marital communication agreement. 80 years, what the best communication going to look like, the 3 most important things that you can do to impact that, the 3 most important that your wife or your spouse can do to impact that, and then you move on. Okay? You've now set a foundation for dramatically improving the communication in your marriage, both through your finances and in all other aspects. Now, just quickly to show you an example so you can take a look at it. And it's just a little quick example. Of course, yours is going to look like what yours is going to look like. Now, here's a bonus. Here's a big thing, okay? After you finish that agreement, if you really want to make this special, go frame it. Just go about $5, $10, $20 frame from a drugstore, Walmart, something, and put it in a frame and put it out to where you can see it and everybody else can see it. What this does is it's going to show that you are making a solid improvement in your marriage, and now you are committing to it by announcing that our marriage will last 80 years and we're going to have phenomenal communication throughout the 80-year process. Okay, so that was awesome. I hope you will get impacted by that. What I would like for you to do now is like this page. Like this page. Like it so some others can get the blessings of this as well. And then shoot me a comment at the bottom. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you think. After you did it, tell me the results. I want to hear from you. Let me know exactly how this has impacted you. Last but not least, if you want to sit down and talk with me, I will talk with you for free. I'm giving this away for free. You can actually get involved in my on-call coaching where I do help with marital communication, budgeting, debt elimination, retirement planning, college savings tips, and more. I will talk to you for 15 minutes for free. You can get some solid results in that time frame. So if you want to get involved with the on-call coaching, you like a little bit of help, maybe walking out some